Greetings and salutations, fellow humanoids, and welcome back to our Let's Play series of Hearts of Iron 4 using the Rt56 mod and playing as the Kingdom of Italy, episode 11. We just finished the huge peace conference that involved divvying up the territory of the Comintern, and I'm happy to say we got just about everything to our name. I mean everything. We got Greece as a puppet, we got Bulgaria, we got Russia, we got China over here, we got Japan, we got Manchuria, we got Mongolia, we even got Tanatuva. Brave little Tanatuva. Got Tibet on the side. Ooh, don't look at that portrait, that's cursed. What we also have is a whole bunch of territory in South America. We got a little bit of border gore here, because we couldn't puppet anybody, since the Democrats did so before I could get to it. Basically, we have a whole bunch of territory in Argentina and in Brazil, well, was Brazil. And I do believe we're going to be able to invite Paraguay to our faction since they are fascist. That should be good. Ooh, also, we puppeted Cuba as well. So just about everybody that was in the war is now under our thumb, and the Allies had, well, very little territory to their name added because, well, they had so little war participation compared to us. That being said, we got a lot of work to do to get ready for the next upcoming war. We're going to try and do so as efficiently and expeditiously as possible, of course. Let's see. First, we have a lot of troops to funnel back into Europe, since many of them are still in Asia, and we have to work a few templates. One thing I want to do first is to grab a template from the Russian Empire and make a 40 width line infantry. Well, this one is quite chunky. So let's copy that one. There you go, 40 width. Basically make it a what you call a 14-2, just a double up of the standard template that we use. Let's make sure they have armored recon, engineers, artillery, support anti-air, and should we go for anti-tank or support rocket artillery? Let's go for anti-tank, since we're at the late phase of the war and we're going to be facing a lot of allied armor most likely. Let's call these guys Slavic auxiliaries. Now then, I want the first PNF Legion to be composed entirely of these 40 width infantry, so it's going to take quite a while to reinforce and train these guys up. So let's do so right now. We're going to put them on the, let's see, on the German and French shared border, I do believe. Wow, Germany has given us some pretty beefy templates. Ooh. Okay, we reduced them to 24 width of only their Germanic levies. And one thing I want to do also is lend-lease some tanks to our puppet Germany. The reason being is that we now have modern tanks that are being built, and we have a whole bunch of medium tanks that were never used. So let's send them the whole bulk of it, and they'll put them to good use, and we'll be reducing their autonomy by a lot. 500 is a lot. Oh, and you can have these old tanks back too. Since they're the original designers of them. Another thing I would like to do is send some guns to the Russian Empire. They'll be making some divisions with this. So let's send them 100,000 infantry equipment. We could also send a whole bunch to our other puppets. So let's send 25k to China and 25k to Japan, so that they could start making some respectable forces to their name quick enough, because we want them to be able to defend themselves as well, because we won't be seeing to the Far East too much, I do believe. I think we're going to leave it mostly to our puppets. Maybe we'll help out if they're having too much trouble. But besides that, we're going to be focusing mostly over here. So hopefully they won't make a total ass of themselves. Alright, I drew a whole bunch of battle plans which involved the Alpini moving into Czechoslovakia. At first I was going to put them in southern France, but I think France will be part 2 of our invasion of Europe. What we want to do is consolidate the Balkans and then move our eyes westward. However, we will be blitzing into West Germany if at all possible. It is open terrain, and hopefully we will have the superior force to our name, and we'll be able to crush the enemy, therefore. We have to be careful with the Maginot Wall, not to bang our heads against it. It's level 10 forts and mountains, so just forget about it. Go around it, like the Germans did. Now, we have a lot of factories to our name, and I mean a lot, and we don't have all the resources necessary to process what we can make with them, but we can import a whole bunch of resources from our puppets. So give me a minute to reorganize this. It's going to take a little bit of time. Alright, just about all our factories are spent. We might change some things around, but this is the gist of it. We're actually going to have a butt ton of tanks being produced now for the continuation war. We're going to be making some pretty beefy Centurion templates, I'm going to be calling them. However, we are 400 steel in a tank and 322 chromium. So let's see what our subjects can do to help with that. Now, when you're importing resources from a puppet, you actually get 10 times the value for your factories. You get 80 instead of 8 of a resource for one factory, which is huge. However, they gain independence, or autonomy, I should say, when they are exporting towards you, because basically they are helping out the war cause. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. There we are. We are now positive in all resources, and we spent maybe just under 10 factories to get all of it, so that's a pretty good deal. Oh boy, now we need aluminum up to wazoo. Alright, we could invite Paraguay to our faction? Sure. I have a whole bunch of prospecting for resources decisions that we could do. I think most of them are in Russia, but that's alright. Let's just get them done. And don't forget, region-wide industrial integration for those tasty building slots. We're going to be churning out refineries in North Africa, mostly. Just fuel and rubber. It'll be useful to us. One thing I would like to do is grab our militia that we use for coastal guards and turn them into a auxiliary force. Basically have a different manpower than our own used on it, because we don't have nearly as much manpower as we would like. So let's go Russia, since they have a lot of manpower. We're going to copy something to... this one should do. Going to call these ones the Slavic militia. And we'll use these guys as coastal guards instead of our current ones. So if we switch over to that template, we will regain 73k manpower. Not bad. And these guys will be stronger. Looks like we're gonna starting to get a lot of volunteers. So we're gonna have to form some different levy commands. This one is Cuban, I do believe. That he is. So we'll leave the levies around their home countries so that they could better defend them. Nice green on these guys. And all the way up here in China. This guy. Let's make him a nice yellow. Moving on up. Let's go to our division designer and start looking into making a proper modern tank template. I have no idea if this is a balanced template at all. I'm not used to making tank templates, but we'll give them a field test eventually. We will be changing this motorized for mechanized, something that I didn't research ahead of time, and I should have. Need some of that. Definitely want maintenance companies when you got a lot of armor around. Go for support artillery, support anti-air, support anti-tank. I think we should go for logistics because fuel consumption and supplies will be an issue with these bad boys. We are also putting shock troops onto these guys to make them better into urban assault and to give them a little bit more oomph. And these boys deploying Frankfurt. You know what? I think we're just about ready to unpause. All right, and let's let all of our boys funnel back home and start training up some new troops. We're also going to need to do a few cheeky little invasions here or there to try and take maybe Cyprus and Malta and Gibraltar. Not going to be super easy. Maybe we could pull it off. Let's also make a few naval dockyards over here. Over here it's alright. We'll be able to funnel in enough supplies. And let's add some more up here. Hey, the state of Shanxi is mine. I don't even remember taking them in the peace deal. We took so much territory that I didn't keep track of everything, it looks like. Hey, the more the merrier. Alright, entering into the late game, there will be some performance issues, so the speed of the game actually reduces quite a bit, and you can see that when you're running on speed 5, the clock doesn't run as fast. Let's go for some mechanized infantry. Definitely going to want that on our boys. Yeah, I've also begun forming a very large air force for our empire. We're going to be putting them to work, don't you worry. We could already go for our next modern tank template. Since we saw the Allies making use of nukes and begun fortifying extensively our homeland, and we have a significant array of anti-air batteries being put up, level 5 all over, I figured we should put our industrial power to good use. With everything that we've given, we can now reduce the autonomy of Germany. Now they are a Reich Commissariat, and after that we could annex them. So any territory that we need for our realizing the Roman ambition, we could gobble up via the autonomy system instead of like just conquering them or betraying them. Awkwardly enough, we have two Greek puppets. We have the Hellenic State of Rhodes, and we have the Hellenic National Union over here. That is the rest of Greece. That's pretty odd. We just got a whole bunch more military factories from our puppets. So at this point, it's like I don't even want them. Jeez, we got so many. Alright, once again, we need a new national focus. Let's go for the Carro Armato, which gives us a armor technology bonus. Sure. More factories, eh? Oh boy. Let's make sure to reduce resistance in South America over here as much as possible. Damn, son. So enemy concentration on our borders is pretty darn strong. Pushing through will be no easy feat. I have to train everybody up, jeez. So much training to do. Oh wow. Our Russian puppet has 41 million manpower in their pool. We could tap into that for sure. Alright, the allies are starting to cancel their non-aggression pacts against us. That's only natural. Man, it seems that the AI doesn't like researching radar technology, sorry, for the most part, because I can't build some in a lot of pieces of territory of my allies. Except for the Greeks, for some reason. They went for radar. Good for them. I wonder if our allies in the north will be able to take out Norway and all other allies around them. Oh, jeez, that's a lot of work. Alright, we need a lot more self-propelled artillery, but we seem to be good on everything else. We have such a high special forces cap that I think I'll put even more shock troops in these guys. Could be worth it. Just make them beasts. Well, another one to add to our collection. I wonder if we should not let our East African puppets join the war, because we'll be opening in a whole different front here. This will be a pain in the butt for sure. Alright, we got our nice new armored personnel carrier. We should be able to make some new unit types, actually. Mobile. Is there no such thing as mechanized shock troops, I wonder? Like, if we do that, we'll lose a whole bunch of... we'll lose some organization. Soft attack stays the same. Gain a little bit of hard attack. Gain a lot of defense and breakthrough. Alright, we'll hold off on changing the template for now, so that we could accumulate a whole bunch of armored personnel carriers. We have so many divisions coming in from different sources that it's becoming a little bit difficult to allocate them to their proper fronts. Yeah, we got a big chunkish army. But the allies that we'll be going up against will not be... they will not be easy to take down. They've been consolidating their forces for a while. I don't think they are as advanced as us, but they will still put up quite a fight. French alliance is weaker than the allies, but I wouldn't be surprised if they all piled in together once we go to war. So we might have to fight the French alliance and the allies at the same time. I don't know if we could pull that off. One thing we're gonna have to watch out for is making sure to keep air superiority and planes on interception to make sure that we don't get nuked in our core territory. That would be not nice. Jeez, look at the sheer amount of divisions on the field. Luckily, we have AI on our side to keep in mind so many different fields of operation. Because when you're playing as a human, you'll definitely forget something here or there. Thankfully, you have AI allies to help buffer that out a little bit. I mean, look at this mess. Could get some research bonuses for shock infantry. That's good. Alright, we got our first Centurion starting to show up. Beautiful. Alright, I think we've sat on our hands enough and consolidated our forces. I could do this seriously forever, but you know, we have to get this going and see if we could actually pull off a full-blown war against the Allies. We're going to justify war goal in Hessen here, just because this is some territory that was stolen for us. From an RP perspective, it makes sense. So we'll steal it back, basically. I wonder if anybody's gonna guarantee West Germany, such as the US or the UK, for example. That would bring them straight into the war. Let's get our next level of self-propelled artillery, the big booms. Alright, we have a whole bunch of factories built. We increased infrastructure up the wazoo in Central Europe here, just to make sure that we have supplies. We have no shortage of supplies. Let's also build a few airports, because I find myself lacking in airports here or there. Let's move toward autarky to get a plus 20% to our resource extraction. That's pretty huge, especially considering the size of our empire now. 2 months until we can declare war on West Germany. Now, nobody has guaranteed them yet, and what I might do if and when we go to war is we won't call in all of our allies. We'll call in, for example, we'll call in all of the Scandinavian allies and the ones in Europe here, but for example, I won't call those in East Africa, just to not open more fronts, most likely. Let's see, where are these guys at? Ah, shock troops, there they are. They will be the bread and butter of our motorized infantry. Shock troops seem to be special forces that specialize in attacking urban environments, so the big cities, the important victory points. So I think it's a good combination with tanks. Our manpower is at a point that we almost only rely on auxiliary forces. Most of our army is non-Italian manpower, which kind of says a lot according to the Roman Empire, right? Let's just fortify the border along France here, because the pushing will be strong from that direction, I get a feeling. Nobody has guaranteed West Germany yet. Beautiful. Probably because they're in the faction and we're going to be going to war against all of these peeps. So we got lines going up in Czechoslovakia and Hungary. No problem. We have to keep an eye on Hungary here, actually, with Austria, but it should be fine. I don't think we're going to be calling Austria into this war, actually. We're going to manually call in our allies one at a time. I don't think we're going to be able to push into Czechoslovakia easily enough, though. Hopefully they'll try and break their heads against us, and we'll be able to tear them apart on the defensive at first. We're going to be able to push into Romania, I do believe. No wonder, we're making 11 planes, fighters, and dive bombers per day. That's a lot of planes. Alright, let's keep increasing our shock troops here. I do believe it's just about time for war. You want to make sure you're not exercising right before attacking, because you'll be at low organization. So let's give some time for our men to breathe. Re-grab their organization. Okay, we're getting attacked on all sides here. Okay, see a lot of green. Very nice. Alright, we should be able to move into Africa over here as well. Beautiful. The camel divisions are finally going to stretch their legs a little bit. Giovanni Messi wounded. Beautiful. And the great kerfuffle has started once again. We are at war. Okay, we're sinking a whole bunch of stuff. Very nice. The French Navy has not showed up yet. Oh, there's some submarines. Hopefully we could bomb them. Gonna want to make sure that Sardinia is fortified a little bit as well. Oh boy, our fuel reserves. Okay, it's going up, it's going up. Russian Empire. Fill the tanks. Okay, all this is done. Let's get this this national spirit. That's actually a really good one. Naval hit chance plus 5%. Yeah, be careful of ship attack. Don't care about the carriers. I don't use them that much. Takes too much micro. All right, let's see about moving.
Pronto, signore.
Oh boy. Oh boy, look at that. Glorious. Ooh, sinking some proper ships. Uh-oh, the French have broken our cipher. That's not good. Okay, they're gonna start breaking into our territory up north here. Jeez, what a mess. The only place we're moving is with the camels. Told you not to mess with the camels. Let's see if we could break the Slovaks. Nope. Red all over. Beautiful. Making some gains. Alright, we are pummeling the French in the Mediterranean. Sinking ships left, right, and center in the Mediterranean.
Formazione. Formazione.
And our generals have a bad habit of getting shot. We're never gonna push through Czechoslovakia like this. Gonna have to go around through their soft underbelly via Romania, I think. I mean, just look at this. It's monstrous. Excuse me? So the Spanish Republic has declared war on Japan. Well now, it seems that the whole pile will be piling in. Yeah, I think we made a bit off more than we can chew with this one, everybody. This is where I'm going to be dropping a save and ending the episode for today, I do believe. Been going on for long enough, and I'm kind of stumped. I'm going to have to think overnight about what to do here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are we royally screwed? It looks like we can't make much progress in the war. Or can we turn it around? I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have gone to war against the USSR and taken all that territory a piece. Maybe we should have focused in Europe when they were still, you know, a viable target. Like I said, let me know in the comments below. I hope you liked the episode. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button and to catch us in the next one. Until then, have a good one, everybody. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.